How y'all doing? My name's Ruben, and I'm with 5 Minute Warning. I appreciate the fact that you've downloaded our episode today. But of course, just to let you know, we are live on Sundays, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and you can join and talk with us and everything. You can check us out on Twitch. You can check us out on YouTube. Just put in 5 Minute Warning and join us live on the show every Sunday night, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And thank you for downloading this episode, and we'll talk to you soon.
The following program is rated MAL. It contains strong language and is intended only for mature audiences.
This week on the 5 Minute Warning.
Like one day, back when I was younger, are you still a virgin?
Did he really ask you that?
Bruh. That's none of your business. That's a whole bunch of none of your business. What we talk? Where did this come from? Literally, man, I got attacked walking into a room.
You got attacked? That gives you everything and nothing at all. That's everywhere you don't want to be. It's Ruben, Mo B, and on the ones and twos, AG.
The 5 Minute Warning.
What's going on, everybody? Welcome to a brand new episode of 5 Minute Warning. Of course, we're here every Sunday, and your man Ruben is here to deliver everything I can deliver without delivering anything. And of course, always with me is my cousin, AG.
What's happening, yo? How you doing?
You like that intro?
I didn't at all.
It messed you up. That was funny.
It didn't mess me up at all. I was like, really? This is what we're doing? Okay.
Nah.
Because you deliver, but you don't deliver anything. Really?
Hey.
Okay.
It is what it is. Just try to change up a little bit. How you doing, man?
Don't do that. Don't change up, sir.
Okay. I won't change it up then. Sorry. My bad.
I'm doing good, man. We had a busy weekend. Old people don't like busy weekends, bro.
What do you mean?
Cause man, nobody got time to be busy the entire weekend, man.
What were you doing? Like cleaning house or something?
Nah, it's like the Saturday, my wife had a wedding shower to attend.
On what?
A wedding shower.
What the hell is a wedding shower?
Same thing as a baby shower, but wedding shower. Yeah, come on, man. You never heard of a wedding shower?
Hell no.
No, man, don't say that.
I guess single dudes don't get invited to shit like that.
Well, so lately, the last 20 years, there has been a uptick on couples
wedding showers.
That
sounds like the dumbest shit ever.
Ruben, first of all, it's not dumb. Second of all,
okay.
if the bride to be wants a couple's wedding shower, guess what's going to happen?
I'm trying to figure out. Okay.
Games and gifts and all the things. You're just showering the bride to be with all kinds of goodies. It's all about her.
So it's some useless shit that somebody came up with. No, I'm being honest.
Right
man.
now, you're in the hater hall of fame right now.
No. I get baby showers, man. Baby showers, because when it's all said and done, the baby showers for the baby, all the cool shit for the baby. When you have a baby, you ain't trying to see no motherfucking body unless you actually got to see people. Like, you see family and shit like that. But you're not trying to see, like, all your friends. And honestly, you don't want the baby to be around so many different people because you don't want the baby to catch shit. So it's like, yeah, I get that. But a wedding shower, it sounds like a prelude to a wedding. I don't understand.
Well, it kind of is. Just like a baby shower is a prelude to the baby coming.
So if you have a wedding shower, that means you don't get gifts on the wedding? Or you get gifts twice?
Again, you get gifts twice. Or you can. Sometimes people don't want you to give a gift for the shower, but sometimes they do, especially if it's, it's your first wedding or whatever it is. It just depends on who's planning it. But the bottom line is sometimes you get gifts on both occasions.
So has the wedding shower taken over the like the best man and the maid of honor duties, like, when they go out and
No. That's something different because what happened was I guess that would be her aunt, threw it. She's the one that hosted it. So it's not like the matron of honor. Is it the matron of honor? Yeah, the matron of honor or the maid of honor, had that responsibility.
I don't understand the maid of honor and matron of honor. Why you got two? I mean, because
isn't the matron of honor like for someone like older? I'm not really sure. But the head.
You think I've experienced? I've never experienced this. I don't know.
Well, I mean, but you have so much to say about it.
I think a wedding shower is like getting gifts early. Like,
no, it's getting gifts in addition to, sir. It's not early.
Once again, it sounds like some shit that somebody made up to get more gifts.
Ruben, this is what I want you.
I'm just saying.
Ruben, you can't. You know what? I'm not doing this. You're right, sir.
No, I want you to be. No, I've never heard of this, so I really want to understand it.
Oh, the family we have, you've never heard of a wedding shower?
I've never heard of one because I've never been to one.
It doesn't matter if you've actually been, but you've never heard of it?
I've never heard of anyone that I know having a wedding shower.
Okay, here's the thing. Okay, there are many showers. The ones that I know the most are wedding showers, and even more than that, baby showers. It's kind of like a bachelor parties, but it's not really. But bottom line is, it's another opportunity, as far as I'm concerned, it's another opportunity to shower the bride-to-be and making that transition from, single person to married woman. That's all. That's all it is. Like I said, the last 20 years or so, per my knowledge, there has been this install of men being invited, because usually it's not a man thing at all. It's like, it's a free day because it's the women and all that all day. But I have seen a lot of couples, prospective married couples, make it a whole thing between the both of them, where the dude's party shows up and then you invite a whole bunch of people, and then the woman's party shows up and she invites a whole bunch of people. There's games, there's gifts, it's a big party. It's a big party. And it's all up to you on what happens. So, yeah, it was cool, man. I mean, but what I'm saying to you now is just like, bro, you're very simplistic in the way in which you think of things of which you have no knowledge. And you call it these awful names, and it's just like, but you have never heard of it and you've never experienced it, but you're disparaging it. When it's your time and your time is coming, please don't do that. You can think it. I'm not asking you to change fundamentally. Only thing I'm asking you to do is the words you said to me, don't say that out loud. Please don't. That's all I'm asking you to do. Now, you grown. You can do what you want to do. It don't matter to me because I'm not marrying your prospective wife. But I will say this, it will behoove you in so many ways to not say the things that you think out loud. I know you're not on the spectrum, so stop pretending that you are and don't say this out loud, sir. That's the only thing I'm saying. But it's a real thing. It's very important. And, from what I understand, Lauren's niece had a great time. She had a great time. She doesn't even really like doing like parties and games and stuff like that, but she had a good time and got some scratch off cards. We won $17 yesterday. I ain't even mad. That paid for gas. So, it was a good time. I got a chance to see my man. We had a great lunch or whatever it was, talked about some politics, this and that, and whoop-de-whoop, everything was cool. And then Sunday, my dad was in town, so Sunday we, went to church. Wow. And then we went to Cheesecake Factory. And who knew, like when I see a family of 4 or 5 or more, and we all know who paying for it, I feel you, player. I spent $171 at lunch today. I was like, hoo-hoo. But the food was great. Conversation was great. It was worth it. But yeah,
So was that a conversation that was had beforehand, or you just knew you were paying for that?
No, because I know when I'm in Arizona, my dad pays for everything.
Okay.
I'm not going to let him come here and act like I ain't got no money, even though I'm broke. I ain't that broke. I'm like, you're my dad. Keep your wallet in your pocket, Blair. I'll figure it out.
Nah, completely understand.
So, but the thing is, the biggest thing is my wife and I are one in the same. We like to be at home. We like to be just chilling. We could stay in the house for weeks at a time. And so when life pulls us out of it, it's like, Lord Jesus. And before you know it, it's like right now, it's just like after I do this, then I have to go and make my lunch for the week, clean the kitchen up, take a shower, and then it's time to do this all over again. So it was busy, it was worth it, but yeah, we ain't trying to do this all the time. We old and introverted. So yes.
Okay.
That's what was up.
Nothing wrong with that.
Nope.
So I do want to revisit.
Okay.
Because I feel like I need to explain myself.
Okay.
Clearly. So I've been on this planet at least 52 years.
All right.
I know a lot of people who are married.
Okay.
I'm not one of them.
Okay.
Never have I heard of such a thing. And I'm not saying because I've been on this planet for 52 years, I should know about it. Now, I feel like I would have come across it eventually because I have a lot of my friends are married and stuff like that. So yeah, I was just kind of like, my first thought when you said it was like, so is this replacing the bachelor party or the bachelorette party? We're just doing it together. Now, if that's the case, completely makes sense to me. Now, if we're doing that and we're doing the bachelor party and bachelorette party, it just seems redundant. Now, once again, I am a man who is who I can sit here and say that my experience in certain things are very limited.
Okay.
I just feel like, and maybe, you know what, maybe what it is maybe the people I hang out with just aren't into that. And that's, so therefore I would have never had experienced something like that. I just feel like I have a mixed group of friends on different levels, a bit different spectrums. I feel like, look, I'll say it, I got a lot of black friends, I got a lot of white friends, I got a lot of every friends. And I feel like with some of my friends, I probably would have experienced something like this, or at least the thought process of experiencing something like this. That's the only reason why I'm just kind of like, that shit don't make no sense. So I'm just confused. Like, I'm confused more of the purpose of it because, once again, I understand the purpose of a baby shower. 100%. Completely understand that. But I guess, in the, as Moby's children says, in the olden times, what usually happens is there's one night where there's a bachelor party and a bachelorette party. Now, as the world has changed, I have heard of such things being combined. Once again, makes absolutely no sense to me, but then I understand it. It all depends who the people are, that sort of thing. I have friends who don't like strippers. That's not their thing. They don't do strip clubs. And I'm very fine with that. I'm not out here paying for people's college either. Because shit, I'm still paying for mine. So, I 100% understand that. And now, if you'd have been like, well, this is one of those things, I probably would have understood it better and more. I just don't understand the purpose of 1, 2, and 3. Now, it's either 1 or 2, or it's 1. But 1, 2, and 3 seems like overkill to me. That's all I'm saying.
I hear what you're saying, and I would tend to agree, but the ingredient that you're missing in all this is the marriage process. And when I say that, I mean from the moment the dude says, "Will you marry me?" and the girlfriend agrees to be the fiance, from that moment, the woman drives all of this. Her wants and desires, needs in that order, drive this entire thing. And if she wants a wedding shower, that's what's going to happen. If she wants a bachelorette party, that's what's going to happen. Now, we'll differentiate between the what I've seen. I don't know if this is official or not, but what I've seen is the wedding shower tends to be general, because I was invited, and I feel like because could have been there, it's a little bit more general and relaxed. The bachelorette party or the bachelor party seems to me like there's a certain select group of men and women, respective to the bride and groom to be, that those people are in a tight orbit around the bride and groom. There ain't gonna be no random people that the bride or groom doesn't know and hasn't known for a long time at the bachelorette or bachelor party. I spent my bachelor party with my wife, so it all worked out for me. The definition is still the same. So it's like, that's the only difference for me. But the woman drives it. It's just like, if she didn't want any of this, then none of it happened. Because I know my wife had a wedding shower where gifts were given and all the things and whatever it was, but she didn't want a bachelorette party because her bestie's me. So it's just like, it just depends on who it is. But there has been such a thing for a while. So a wedding shower is not unlike a baby shower. The gifts are vastly different, but you're still for me, it's like preparing for the baby / showering the mom with attention. That's what it looks like to me from the outside. And a wedding shower is no different for me. But like I said, I just want you to realize, when you say stuff, please don't say that to your girlfriend or fiance, because it's like, wow, okay. So you don't have to, you can think it, and I know you will, but you might want to pick what you actually say out of your mouth.
So look, and that's the whole thing, right? Like, I number one understand that I'm a handful when I can be. Like, and you're right. Maybe I should temper certain things. But if I did, hey, look, man, I walk around with egg on my face on a consistent basis, whether that's good, bad, or indifferent. It is a chore, or not even a chore. It is a daily thing to make sure that I control what I say in the vicinity of where I'm at. Like, I ain't going front. Like, I've said some things in probably some places where I shouldn't have said some things. Now, once again, the payment for that comes when it's due. And I'm not exactly proud of it. It's just for what it is. And I've gotten a lot better at the older I've gotten, so 30-year-old me and 52-year-old me, vastly different. Internally, mentally, we may be the same. What comes out can be vastly different. But one of the things I did, because I looked it up, because I wanted to make sure, because you're right, their bridal showers and then their wedding showers. Obviously, the bridal shower is more for the woman, whereas the wedding shower, are more for both. So what does it say here? To celebrate the couple, help them set up their home, and provide an opportunity for friends and family to mingle before the wedding. first of all, I don't understand that set up their home thing because, yeah, no, I don't get that. But whatever.
It's like you want to give people a leg up, you know, hey, here's this, here's that, you're going to need this and that. It makes it easier when people are giving you things that you need. Like a lot of the things that we got in Lauren's bachelorette party or wedding shower or whichever one it was, we still use that stuff, bro. That was stuff we didn't have to buy. And a lot of that stuff was like nice.
Yeah.
So plus we got stuff at the wedding too, but it's just like, it's like one less thing because most people that get married aren't wealthy. And even still, depending on the culture or the ethnicity and just like basic, or at least in the United States anyway, just basic respect, even if both parties are super wealthy, people bring presents, usually money.
Correct.
So
Yeah.
it's just like you want to send these people off into matrimony in the best way you can without being in a personal business. So, you know, that's all it is, man.
Well,
it's just, you know.
And that's fine. And maybe one day in life, we'll actually have a wedding episode. Probably not anytime soon, but we may have one day.
We will have one. And even though you are set, you are a homeowner, I'm sure your prospective wife will have a job and all the things, but I'm still getting you something. Even though I know that you're fine, but it's just like, I'm still getting you something. I'm not coming empty-handed.
Oh, hold on. First of all, if I get married, yeah, we in that. Like, you know.
Oh, you understand it now.
I know. I understand that part. That makes sense.
Oh,
to
you
me.
understand
Like,
that part. Oh, that part's not stupid then.
I never said that part was stupid. I said
You know
I
how
don't
trifling you
understand the
sound
purpose.
right now.
I don't understand the purpose of a wedding shower. That's all I'm saying.
It's all the same,
Because-
sir. It's all the same. It's just different gender and a different motion, but it all equals the same thing.
Now, I will sit here and say this. Back in, 52, maybe 15 years ago, and if I was getting married, like they got a popular thing like stock the bar, help build a home bar. That shit might have been cool for me back then.
Okay.
Now, not so much. Because I don't really get down too much with that.
But the sentiment is still the same.
But I understand that. Once again, I understand it. Like, I understand all of it. It's just, to me, it's like something, because I've never heard of it before, I was kind of bewildered because I was like, is this shit just really just start happening? Because once again, I feel like in my life experience, I would have run across something like this at least once.
Well, let me
And
ask
the
you a
fact that I
question.
never had.
Have you ever been so tight with a woman that you're in the loop as far as he's my fiance and this is what we're doing for the wedding, blah, blah. Have you ever been that tight with a woman before? Y'all, it's completely platonic, but you're so close that you are aware of all the things that she's going through emotionally and psychologically and all the things that are, traditional that are coming up or whatever it is. Because I promise you sound like you don't have a lot of women friends that are tight to where you're in the loop of all the things that happen during a wedding. And that's why I'm asking you, do you have...
I would say that's fair.
Okay,
I would say that's fair.
because that's the way you sound. Because if you had a couple of female friends that y'all were really close, and so when she got engaged, when the process started, from the moment she said yes, the process starts, and then whenever that ends. So it's just like, if you weren't involved in all of that, hey Ruben, I just want to talk to you, whatever, blah blah blah, and he's like, hey girl, whatever, blah blah, and you guys are talking about this all the time because it's like all consuming to her. So you're hearing about this every day. If that would have happened, I don't think we'd be having this conversation right now, 23
You're probably
minutes
right.
in.
I could honestly say I've never, except for maybe, if she was a significant other, I could say I've never been that deep with a platonic woman to be involved. And then at that point in time, I know it's about to sound really crazy when I say this, but most women, and we're platonic friends, they're probably already married. There's been a couple, I would say, that wasn't dating, and I've bounced some information off. Like, we bounce information off each other. Like, she didn't understand her man, and I didn't understand the woman I was dating. So like, you know, we helped each other with that, but neither one of us were engaged and stuff like that. I mean, you know, the equivalent of a work wife. I've had a couple of them.
Okay.
But most of them have been married.
Okay.
So I can say that no, I haven't run across a situation like that in which, you know, a platonic friend who I was really close to was getting married or something. So no, I haven't had that.
Okay. Well, that's kind of the disconnect. I believe that's kind of the disconnect, because for me, I have allowed for all sorts of things and so all sorts of information. So I'm kind of understanding what's going on. I think the biggest thing for me is, like I said, when a woman says yes, she is driving the train. From the moment she says yes, it's all about her. And it continues to do that, even in the marriage. It's all about her. And it's just like, this is kind of one of the things. Like I said, it doesn't have to happen. You know, there are choices made, because like I said, my wife didn't have a bachelorette party because we were together the night before we were married. But at the same time, you know, she could have had all three.
Like y'all stay in the same bed.
I mean, no, but see, because I dropped her off at her mom's house the night before.
Okay.
And so I didn't see her.
You didn't sleep in the same bed the night before.
But it's ridiculous because it's like we out there doing whatever. Anyway, it's not like we were following all the rules. It's crazy. But that particular part of the tradition was there. So it's just like, you know, whatever it is. But
if you can do it somewhat right, do it all the way right. I guess.
Well,
to a point.
I mean, you can do it all the way right, but hey, just saying. But anyway, it just all depends on the woman involved.
Yeah, you know, tradition like that is interesting because I don't know how you're right. I don't know personally if I would fall under that. It probably wouldn't be my choice. Like, I'm not against it. Like, I'm not against not seeing the wife in the wedding dress before she comes, like that sort of thing. I mean, I also don't believe it's bad luck to do that. I'm just like, well, hey baby, if you feel that way, then I will honor your wishes and back up, you know. Like, I get it. I just, you know, but I also haven't had to make decisions like that.
Sure.
And one day, if I have to make a decision like that, I mean, you know, I ain't dumb. So like, hey baby, what do you want to do? Well, I think you should go somewhere else. I'm going somewhere else. Deuces. I'll see you looking all sexy tomorrow. You know, and we can get down with the get down after all the facilities have been taken care of.
Sure.
You know, I mean, because I mean, that's, as far as I know, that's the way it's supposed to happen. I mean, I've never experienced that myself. So, you know, hopefully one day I will. So I can be like, this is how this works. Hell yeah.
Is that what you're going to say? You're going to have your eureka moment?
I'll probably have different words. I mean, like, I say words up here, but, you know, or I'm going to cry. One of the two.
You'll
like,
do both.
That's like the biggest fear, man.
Why is that a fear?
Well, because, I mean, it's not necessarily, I don't know. Because I've never really cried in front of like a whole shit load of people.
You will.
That's the thing. I'm not saying I won't. I'm just saying I never have. Mm-hmm. So like, but I also don't want to be that dude who can't control himself. Like, don't get it twisted. I understand. Oh my God, you're the greatest thing ever. Mm-hmm. Blah, blah, blah. And you can barely say I do because you're a blubbering mess and tears are falling down. And what makeup that you do have on or lotion is coming off and you looking terrible. Like you just won a car from Oprah or some shit. Like, I ain't trying to do that.
But you might.
Like, a tear may fall. I'm not gonna lie there. A tear may fall.
I've seen you in some emotional moments that I never thought I'd ever see you in, but I was there. And it was like, you're going to. And it was like, bro, man, the only thing I'm saying is whatever you do is just fine, sir.
I know. I mean, it's just, there's there are some things that I don't like, and I stay away from as much as possible. Because being a Cancer, I'm special, you know, for those people out there who horoscopes and stuff like that. Like, I'm a full-blooded Cancer. Like, I cry at stupid movies. Like,
Is it
sad
stupid
movies.
though? What makes the movie
No.
stupid?
No, it's not stupid. It's just like the problem is it's not me wanting to cry. Oh my God, blah blah. Some things, it just sucks. It just happens. Like, it's not like I'll be like, man, that shit was sad. I want to cry. It's like, tears. And it's not like my emotions have changed. It's just my body's like, hey man, you may not want to sit here and be like, this shit's sad, but I got you. This shit's sad, and your ass gonna cry, and you gonna sit there and become a blubbering mess and deal with it when you deal with it. I mean, and unfortunately, that is unfortunately the case for me. I don't like. That's why I don't watch a lot of sad movies. Like for instance, I don't know that stupid ass Mandy Moore movie back in the day.
Oh, Something to Remember or whatever.
Yeah, man.
Oh, I'll never watch that movie again. Not ever.
Oh my God. Like my whole shirt's like drowned.
Yeah, snot balls and
Because-
everything. I get it.
Yeah, that shit was some sad shit. Even though you knew what was gonna happen. Because that's just the way movie works. And it's just like, yeah, man. Like super emotions. Like, I can't be in a room with heightened emotions around me. I can't do it. Because then I start like feeling all of those emotions. They call it empathic.
I was going to say you're an empath.
Man. Yeah. And it's never happy emotions, right? I never go into a room, everybody's happy. I'm like, yeah, I'm normally fucking happy. So I don't need that shit. It's always when some sad shit's going on, or everybody's crying and shit, and it's just like, or something. I mean, somebody writes some good shit in the movie, and it just triggers it. And it's like, all I can do is sit there and be pissed off, but I can't stop the tears from falling. Like,
Why are you pissed
it's either
off?
that. Well, because it's not like I want to cry, you know? I'm not sitting here being like Old Yeller. I don't like dogs,
Oh man.
but I'm never watching that shit.
Not
I know what
ever.
happens in that shit. Never.
I
ever.
remember when I was a kid and saw it, and I was like,
Oh, hell
snap,
no.
they really killed a dog? Bruh.
Yo, bitch. Like I will tell you, during the Transformers the movie, when Optimus Prime died, bro, I was done. I was like 12. I'm over. I'm sitting here crying on a goddamn cartoon movie in the theater, and my dad's like, what's wrong with you? And I'm just like, they killed Optimus Prime. Didn't you see that? Like,
The Uncle Ruben, was Uncle Ruben like, does he pay
He
you
was just
rent?
like, what?
Why you mad?
Bro, same thing, man. When E.T. turned all white, bro,
Yeah, that was
Man,
intense.
mess.
That was intense.
mess. And it's just,
But I mean, I understand
Yeah.
every moment that you just said. I totally understand. I don't understand why you're pissed off at it. Like, it's part of you.
because, man, no, it's not the fact that I don't hate it. I just wish I could control it a little better.
No, you can't control that. Because, like you said, if you're an
Sometimes you
empath,
can.
if there's a room full of emotion,
Well,
you're going to feed
yeah.
into it.
Honestly, I'm not a funeral guy. I can't do it.
A lot of people can. But at the same time, let's go away from the bad stuff. I'm telling you, the situation that started all this is as overwhelming. You're looking at, because I didn't cry, but what I did do is sweat bullets. I could not calm down. And it was just like, and because what Lauren says is when she came down the aisle to meet me at the altar, it was like, I looked like I didn't want to get married. You look like you were a big pile of second thoughts. And I was like,
wow.
what are you talking about? I'm telling you, it wasn't until I took your hand that your whole vibe changed. And I told her, I said, you know what? I can't really understand what you're saying because in my mind, this was the biggest earthly moment that I'll ever have.
Yeah.
And it was the thing that I have always wanted my entire life. And it's happening with somebody I've known my entire life, and you the finest woman in the game. I'm not marrying. I'm just like, yo, you don't understand what I was dealing with. That's what you saw. And I could not calm down. I didn't cry, but the expression was there. The overwhelm was being expressed through profuse sweating. And so it's like, when you're in that situation, if you got cry in you, you're going to be a blubbering mess. You might not be able to get through the vows. I'm telling you right now, I've seen you.
I understand that, and we're going to find a way, though.
You're gonna take that L. I'm telling you,
man.
I have come to know you in a way in which I never thought I would. I'm telling you right now, you gonna take that L.
But you know,
but it's not really an L though.
Huh?
It's not really an L though.
No, that's what I was about to say. Like, if that's an L I gotta take, I'd rather take that one than some other shit out here.
True.
Like, you know, to me, a L is when you use everything. Like, if a young lady breaks up with you and you felt like you did everything, but then you realize you didn't do everything, and and it's too late to do anything, and it's just like, I mean, shit. Like, look, man, that's the other thing, man. Breaking up with people is so unnecessarily emotional.
Why do you say that? That's a big deal.
It is, man, but like, I do wish sometimes I could just turn some emotions up. I wish I could 100% not give a fuck. I do. On certain things, not all things. Just, hey, you're right, Bogo Cowboy. I don't like ugly crying because that's all I do is ugly cry. There ain't no nice crying over here.
I know, man. Snot balls, bro. Snot balls.
Yeah.
Can't talk. It's just like,
bruh.
Can't see. The tears make it so you're blind. All you're seeing is big blurs of people. Nah, man. You're gonna be so. It's gonna be so bad, but it'll be so happy though.
I know, right? But it's like, yeah, I am the personification of ugly crying.
But we all are though.
Well, especially when I can't control it. That's the problem. Like, and I know you're not supposed to control everything, but I would like to control something.
I'm telling you, man, you're not gonna be able to.
Oh, probably not. I mean, I'm sitting here putting up a front knowing full well that I'm gonna be terrible. Well, it's gonna be worse, man. You know why it's gonna be worse? Because the woman that I marry is gonna be awesome. Because first of all, I ain't dealing with nobody who's not awesome, and then second of all, somebody in the fucking crowd's gonna cry, and that's gonna be it. I am proximity terrible.
I believe that I don't really cry often, but I might shed a tear. I think everybody in the orbit of the 5-minute warning will just be like, yo, that's my nigga. He did it. He did it. We
definitely won't. We will not be putting that on any type of video camera.
Why not? I'm going to have my phone out. You tripping.
Hey, you better not.
Why not? I'm grown. You don't control me.
I'm going to ban all cameras.
Yeah, whatever.
But nah, man, it's like, yeah, man.
And Aunt Shirley. Aunt Shirley. And I think your dad might be like, yo. A lot of people are pulling for you, bro. A lot of people are pulling for you.
Yeah. I think mom will cry just because she understands the struggle. Like, mom.
How does she understand the struggle, sir?
Oh, she understands my struggles.
Okay,
like,
I see what you're saying.
She knows. She knows stuff. And I mean,
okay.
You know, I've talked to her about some things and things of that such. I can say I haven't talked about everything, but especially when I was a little bit younger, yeah, I explained some shit to mom, and it was kind of, it was therapeutic. It was very awesome. And it just throughout my years with her, she said some things to me to remind me that, hey, take your time, make sure you fight the right one. Like stuff like that. So like, yeah, she understands my struggle. You know, like, I will tell this story. I probably shouldn't. but I will tell this story. And of course, we don't use names to protect the innocent.
I'm surprised you're telling the story at all, but let's hear the tea.
So, long time ago, I was dating this woman. Whatever. Long story short, parents didn't like me. It is what it is. Whatever reason is whatever. Well, we didn't make it. We had to, we broke up and stuff. And, in my opinion, a lot of it was due to her parents. And that's okay, right? Actually, it's not okay. I think it's fucking stupid. But without having to go into detail, it is what it is. So, one day I told Mom what was up. And she asked the question. Because if there's one thing about me, for the most part, if you ask me a direct question and I'm in the moment, you're going to get a direct answer.
Right.
So I told her what happened. I told her everything. Boom, 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 boom. This is what happened. Yada, yada, yada. So she knows this. I mean, she liked the girl. Whatever. My mom has been pretty cool, man. She was just like, you know what? It doesn't matter who I like, because you're the one you gotta sleep with her. To me, that's the greatest advice I've ever had. Like, she's pretty much like, don't worry about me. You the one that gotta live with her. So, as long as she ain't crazy and shit up in here, because, look, man, when it's all said and done, our family, they're not exactly gonna be up front to people's faces. But my mom's family, shit. Yep, nope. So, there's always backup there. And so what happened was later on at a completely different function, she met her mother.
Really?
Ooh. Random ass shit ever.
Was it random?
No, it was completely random. And Mom's cool on the other side of the pillow, man.
Sure.
And she was like, yeah. They introduced themselves to each other because they were working, doing a project together, whatever. And, she introduced herself. And Mom introduced herself. And she was like, my mom, once again, Mom sometimes could be the coldest person on the planet.
Absolutely. Couldn't agree more.
She was like, is your daughter such and such? She's like, yes. Oh, I'm Ruben's mother. Bro. And Mom knows the whole situation. Like, she knows beginning to end.
Yeah.
And she was like, oh yeah, he's a nice boy or a nice person, whatever. And that was it. And then they had to work for like 3 hours together. And Mom came back and told me, man. I was like, you did what? Cheshire smile, man. I was just like, it was crazy. It was so crazy, man, because once again, her mom doesn't know at that time that my mom knows everything.
Yep.
So I'm pretty sure she was kind of just like, oh shit. I'm pretty sure the whole 3 hours she was in her head,
just waiting for something to never happen.
Exactly, because that's all she said about it.
Yeah.
She just put that out there.
Yeah, but she spent that lady expended all that energy waiting for something that never happened. It's like whatever.
To this day, I do not know if she had a conversation with her daughter that she met my mom. I have no idea, because her daughter never brought it up to me, ever. So that conversation, because, when it's all said and done, if you meet, you're like, parents meet parents. Hey, yeah, I met your friend's mom or dad or whatever. Oh yeah, well, I don't think that conversation ever happened with that family.
No.
So yeah, it was Mom's cold, man. Mom's cold-blooded. In the greatest way.
You're not telling me anything new, sir.
In the greatest way. So yeah, man, like I think Mom would cry because she knows, she understands. Like I don't talk to Mom about a lot, and but once again, Mom is really good at asking very direct questions because she knows that I won't really answer very direct questions.
And now for a commercial break.
How you doing? This is Ruben from 5 Minute Warning, and I just wanted to sit here and tell you about JTD Creations. They're the ones that made our shirts and even sweatshirts. They're pretty dope. They can put your logo on anything, shirts, jackets, hoodies, even hats. They also do Stanleys and all this other stuff. Anything you need a logo on, they can put it on. They can do it for 1 or 2 people, or they can do it for a group. It's really up to you. Hit them up on JTD Creations on Facebook. Once again, that's who 5 Minute Warning uses for all of our apparel. And trust me, you will not be disappointed. Once again, hit up JTD Creations if you need a shirt or you need anything for yourself, a family member, or your crew. And let them know that 5 Minute Warning sent you. Have a great one.
And back to the show.
Like one day, back when I was younger, are you still a virgin?
Did she really ask you that?
Bruh.
I don't. Oh,
that's none of your business. That's a whole bunch of none of your business. What we talk? Where did this come from? Literally, man, I got attacked. Walk into a room.
You got attacked.
I love my mother, man, but she cold-blooded.
How old were you when this happened?
Oh man, like 16.
Oh, were you though?
Where what?
Were you a
I
virgin
didn't
at
lose
the
my
time?
virginity till I was 21.
Okay, so it was an easy answer though. Why? Like
that's not the point, man. Bro.
The idea that she asked you at all, is that what the deal is?
That is a personal question.
Is it though? When you're 16,
here?
do you have any personal questions your parents can't ask you?
Yes, all of them. That's when I knew that I could tell he realized I wasn't a little kid anymore. Because, it was funny, man. She asked me and she chuckled behind it, man. I was just like, oh, you think this shit's funny? I was like, you cold-blooded.
Now, was she asking, was she laughing at you because she rattled you, or was she laughing at you because you ain't got the cookie yet? Man, please.
Man, I think a little bit of both, man. I truly think she just wanted to know my answer and how, because I've always been a private person. Really, I've always been a private person. So, yeah, man, girls were called in the house and stuff. So I guess one day she was just like, well, let's see what's going on. I was just like, nah, we good. What are you talking about? I gave her that's none of your business answer. But she knew.
But my thing is, no one asks that question randomly. They have been thinking about it for a minute.
It's timing with her, man. It is timing with her. He called me at the right time, on the right day, in the right moment.
But what was the right moment? You seem to be minding your own business, and she just punched you in your face.
Pretty much. That was the right moment. And to think about it, man, she knew I was gonna react that way. That's the crazy part. Look, man.
So she got 2 jokes out of you. Number 1, that was funny. Number 2, you ain't got the cookie. What's wrong with you, boy?
Man. Bruh. We've talked about this before, man. It's just I didn't really bring a girl around. I brought a girl around my folks, but the family. It was always, you always got that one aunt or whatever. Be like, you gay? What? Why? Because I don't bring random strangers around the house.
You know what Moby and I said, man? Women make us gay for an assortment of reasons. And honestly, I don't know that. I'm kind of surprised that anybody that's close to you that really knows you doesn't understand the rule that you have. You don't just bring random people around family. They have to pass a few tests before that happens. So it's just like the idea, if I never met anybody that you dated, what that tells me is that she's not serious. Like when Kevin,
or I'm not serious around her.
or either way, it's because like when Kevin
got to that point.
Because when your brother brought his wife in, I was like, this is a serious gathering, and this is like, okay, they're getting married, or that's the intent. Because there's no way in the world she's showing up without like, and you have the same sensibility. So it's like no one knows that about you. It's like, come on, man. Come on, man.
I'm gonna be honest with you, man. Me and my younger brother made that pact. We was like, what we never gonna do? Because we see other family members crash and burn.
Exactly.
We was like, yo, we ain't never bringing nobody around who ain't, at least at that moment in time, serious.
Look, I didn't know. First of all, I agree. Second of all, I ain't know that it was a pact.
Bro, we had a conversation.
So y'all had a legit conversation about this.
Look, man, when I saw one of my family members bring a different girl around at Christmas, and his parent called her by the wrong name.
Ooh.
On purpose.
I know. I was going to say that was purpose. That was really petty. That's not cool, man. That's not cool. But it happens. Yes.
But my thing is, what happened was, my opinion, he didn't do the correct vetting process. You got to bring that person around your parent, your parent or parents, before you bring them to a big event.
I don't think that's safe either, because if the parents sometimes, hear me out.
Yeah, I'm gonna hear you out.
Because sometimes the parents would do it because they don't like her. Real talk.
Well, but see, so here's the thing, right? Like, I can, another thing is I've been so lucky. I'm a great judge of character for the most part. Or at least I was with someone who could fake being good. And I knew that what's not going to happen is she's not going to embarrass me. Like,
I mean, it's good to have a woman that's got some Eddie Haskell in her, for sure.
Yeah. So, like when I brought said woman, like my brother's first daughter, graduated from high school, man. He still gonna party. It was a family thing. I had a conversation with him. I had a conversation with my mother. I had a conversation with him first. Hey, look, I'm dating a lady. Is it okay to bring her? Can we get an extra ticket? And of course, it's like, who is she, bro?
So y'all out here doing too much.
You're doing too much. I want to bring someone with me.
Okay.
Can you get an extra graduation ticket? Yes. Word. Cool. And here's the thing. I don't want you to tell anybody that she's coming. Because once again, this is the first time I brought a woman around the family on my mom's side.
Okay.
So, like, what I didn't need was two reasons. One, because I'm an asshole. But I didn't need people like, I wonder what he's bringing around, like talking about me. I ain't got time for that shit. But two, I want to surprise everybody so I can get this whole gay shit out the way. Nothing wrong with being gay, but it's just like.
So that was your whole point? Proving that you weren't gay?
That was part of it. That was part of it. But here's the thing. It was a test for her too. Because like, yo, man, if my family don't like you.
Might be a problem. That I don't see and I'm blind to it. It might be a problem.
Exactly. So I did that. He was like, cool, but I got to tell my wife.
That makes
Understand?
sense. Yeah.
Same rules apply. Can't be saying no shit. Like, on the low. Even to my nieces, they don't need to know. They'll see when we get there. Which was a whole different story that I don't have time to get into today.
Oh, we have time, sir.
No, we don't.
Yes, we do.
No, we don't. So then my next call is my mom. Look, Mom, such and such, I'm bringing with me to my niece's graduation. I need you not to tell nobody. Man, I thought that was like Fort Knox. Like, I'm pretending that Fort Knox is Fort Knox and it's not a paper bag. I love my mother. But I had to tell her this was going to happen.
He's leading with, I love my mother.
I love my mother. I love my mother. If she's listening, she knows I love her.
I don't mean no disrespect.
Not at all. But that conversation had to happen. I need you not to tell anybody. Yep. See, hold on, man. This is great. This is great. You are completely right, KB Echo. You gotta keep the element of surprise. They still shocked when you show up with someone. Just bounce before they get too comfortable and start showing their asses. He said behinds, asses. But yes, so had to have that conversation with mom. Mom promises me she will say nothing. And she came through.
Really? Because I thought she failed. She came through? Okay.
No, she came through. What part, man? Bro.
There's a butt coming in. It's a butt coming in.
No, not at all.
Okay.
The greatest shit was because people, family came through, boom, boom, hey, brother, his wife. Hey, brother, his wife. Hey, me. Hey, this is my friend. Shock on the face of everyone. Every time they came through the door. It was awesome.
So I presume that you're not gay anymore, correct?
Definitely not. So get into that process. To the point that night. So I'll tell you the other part of the story. That night, I walked away. Hey, would you like some drink? Yeah. I come back. My 3 nieces have surrounded her.
Yes.
Asking her intentions with their uncle. Like,
what her intentions were.
Yes. This is what I walked back into. And I was like, oh, God.
You had to know that was coming, bruh. You had to know.
Yeah, I was like, girls, leave her alone.
Oh, no. You're not controlling this anymore.
I realized that. But they did step away for a little bit. They came back later, and I just didn't go over there. So later the night, things are cool, hanging out. I think I was hanging with my brothers, whatever. Walk back inside where the tables are and stuff. The woman I brought with me somehow has migrated to the significant others table. Like,
really?
The wives who were married in.
Kind of big deal.
The other girlfriends.
Yes.
They're all this one big table.
Oh.
And I was just like,
that's a good thing,
once
though.
Again, it was a good thing until they tried not to be a good thing, But you got to, once again, it's all about navigating. So, of course, me and my brothers walked over. Hey, what's going on over here? Hey, look, don't mess with her. I'm trying to keep this one. Like, stuff like that, kiss on the cheek. How you doing? You good? Yeah, they good. All right, cool. Walk away. We do that. Boom, boom, boom. Like, whatever.
Okay.
Man, it was just it was the greatest, awesomest shit ever.
Okay.
But yes, no longer got the gay thing anymore. So that was over.
Sweet.
The problem was, though, what had happened, then is because then come Christmas, bring the Christmas. Cool, no problems. Except for my family loves her.
Why is that not good?
Because after we broke up, they asked about her.
Yeah.
For like 6-7 years, they asked about her.
Yeah. I know exactly who you're talking about now. I know exactly who you're talking about now.
Every once in a while, she was nice. You should have stayed with her. It wasn't my fault. Yeah, I was just like, whatever.
Because Aunt Shirley was very proud of her. She slept her around to every table.
I know.
I was like, because when
so
I remember
embarrassing.
seeing that happen, I was like, yo, this must be the one.
Because we were at the table.
Yeah.
And you said something, and I was like,
Yeah. I remember that day
Are
like
you
it was
kidding me?
yesterday. I remember that
I
day.
wish I
It
could
was two
forget.
things that are memorable about that day, other than the fact that your brother was getting married.
yes.
Number one was his best man talked forever.
Oh, my God.
And number two, to see Aunt Shirley that excited about something that had nothing to do with her. It was like she took her to every table.
Bro.
And that place was big.
She was like, yo, my third was about to go.
Yes. Very excited. And from her perspective, I understand why she still asked. But from your perspective, I totally
she doesn't
get
really
it.
ask anymore. She stopped asking once we had conversation. She really just kind of like, well, hey, that means she won't the one. And then, she gave me some extremely great advice.
Mm-hmm.
And she was like, don't rush it. It'll happen when it's time.
Yep.
God has a plan for you.
Couldn't agree more.
And at that point in time, because I was being stressed, there's just some stress that when there's some stress that you may add to yourself. But I mean, and yeah, I did that. The oldest child is married with kids. The youngest child is married, end up getting a kid, end up having a kid eventually. And your single ass just here.
Is that what it is?
on top of being the middle child. Like the syndromes are just piling upon itself. But nah, man, she said that to me one day, and I felt all the stress just go away. And I was like, that's some real parent shit right there. Like,
I mean, Aunt Shirley is the one, man. I mean, so I get it.
I mean, but yeah, man, it was just one of those things, man. It's like, that's why I know that when it happens, it's only gonna happen one time. Cause I ain't never wasted like the opportunity. And I'm not gonna waste my time on somebody who I know ain't about me. And that's the thing, right? Like, that's the one thing I've learned in all this. Because, when it's all said and done, that person has got to be 100% about you. Now, they might be about some other shit as well, but if they're not 100% about you, it's a lot of wasted time. And it doesn't even matter. Like, one of my aunt's friends, I helped fix her computer years ago. And I saw her like a year ago, or 6 months ago or something. Some event, whatever. Yeah, she was like, hey, how you doing, blah, blah, blah. She's older than me. And I was like, I'm good, And she was like, so you married yet? I was like, no, still trying to find her.
Mm-hmm.
And she was like, look, you gonna find her. Cause she was older than me. So she was like, yeah, I got married when I was 56. And I love my husband. And I'm glad that I found the right one. Which once again gave me hope. Cause she was just like, you gonna find the one. Don't worry about it at the time. I won't look it. And it just popped up. And so stuff like that, I feel like messages are getting sent to me, in different ways. So yeah, man, that's why I'm still a hopeless romantic, and I'm not down. I just know that when the time comes, I need to be ready and I need to be prepared to be able to handle it. And whatever that takes, or what I feel that takes, I gotta make happen. The cool thing is, I'll say that for later. But yeah, man, there are things that I feel like I need to do to get myself ready for the woman that ultimately is being sent to me, or however you want to categorize all that.
Okay.
You know. So yeah, I mean, I still out here looking at booty. I'm still out here, you know.
Is that what you're doing, looking at the booty?
I do, man. I look at so much booty. Like,
come on, man.
I'm gonna get fucking canceled. Like,
You are. You absolutely, because it's like you had a live event yesterday. It's like, now this is what you're saying, bro? Come on, man.
I mean, nah, man, but I'm just saying, like, hey, man, I'm always looking at talent, I don't want to say looking for talent because that sounds real fucked up, but I'm definitely looking at it. But I know that I'm gonna find the one that's for me, and I just need to be ready for her.
Understood.
Because, you know, when it's there, I gotta make the move. I gotta jump. And, you know, however, that don't mean I'm just gonna be jumping like Frogger across the street, though. I mean, you know, we gonna do what we gotta do. So yeah, yeah, that's all I got to say on that.
Okay.
So AG, what's on your mind today?
Two things. I have been turned on by a coworker to the anime One Piece. It's great. Love it. My anime was presented to me for the first time back in 1977, 78 through Star Blazers. So if you're my age, you already know what I'm talking about if you're into anime.
Oh, Star Blazers.
Absolutely. That and Battle of the Planets. So I'm not paying attention to it when I'm like, 8 years old, whatever. It's like, whatever. It's just great. I'm watching it, love it. And so I got a chance to rewatch it on YouTube. Apparently the anime community decided, the Star Blazers community decided they were going to post it online for free. So I watched the entire season. It's amazing.
Oh, wow.
And so it's like, okay, but something dawned on me that I thought was odd. Now, there are no debates about anime being a completely Japanese thing. There are no debates about that, or at least it shouldn't be. But I was going through a renaissance of sorts because my eyes were being opened about how deep racism is, especially in the science fiction community. And it's like, I'm asking myself, wait a minute. I can understand black people not being in Star Blazers because it's black people. Everybody hates black people. Everybody. I mean, that's the one thing everybody else can agree upon. We can all crap on black people. Okay. But the biggest thing that I noticed was, if anime is without question a Japanese product, why are they out here drawing white folk? Everybody's white with white features. There's no question that these people are white folks. And I'm like, that was the most, it just didn't make sense to me. So fast forward 5 years, and it's just like, I'm sitting here watching One Piece going, and I'm seeing the same thing over again. It's just like, why are most of these characters everything but Japanese? Especially when you're talking about the human characters, it's like they're mostly white. I mean, I'm like, okay. And so I don't know if the question can be answered. My wife tried to answer it for me. She looked it up. Apparently, the father of anime was heavily influenced by Disney. And I'm like, okay, that's fine. But now we're talking about 100 years later. And for the most part, and I know there's, Dragon Ball is very Japanese. Like, it's great to see all the things. But at the same time, I'm like, y'all still out here drawing all these white folks. I don't understand it. But I did have to tell my wife when we were talking about it, I have just realized that Japan has a colorism problem like everybody else. Japan has a hierarchy of people based on color. They have products and all the things, all the dog whistles that are in America. If you light, you right. And it's just like, it's on my mind. There's nothing I can do about it. It is what it is. But again, this chase for light and that being better and DEI and all the things, man, it's just like sometimes you really understand how you can't get away from it. You just can't. It's always there. There are no safe places. So the second thing is on my mind is, like I said, saw my man Tom yesterday. It was great. I hadn't seen him in a while. And so we were talking about politics, whatever. And and I told him to begin the conversation. I said, look, man, the last conversation we had was really intense. We don't have to talk about racial things anymore. It's not a problem. Between you and I, it's not a problem. Some things that we talk about have a huge racial infrastructure in it, a center in it that needs to be talked about, but not really. Because you seem really uncomfortable and really kind of taken by what I was saying. Say, hey man, it was just so hard to hear. I just thought you were going through something. I said, no, that's the whole point, bro. It's everywhere. I don't have to be triggered. I stay triggered. All black people do. We wake up ready to fight because it's about survival. Everything that we see is like somebody coming to get us. And so he was like, we got around to talking about some things, talking about all the things that had happened politically the last, 14 months. And he was like, man, have you seen Nuremberg? And I was like, yeah, it's on my list to watch. He's like, bro, when you get home, y'all need to watch that. And it was another movie about Nazi Germany and all the trials of all the war crimes that they committed, this and that and the other. I'm not going to ruin the movie for anybody, but at the end of the movie, the star, the main character of the movie had written a book, and he was on a radio show, and he was telling the story because he was the one that he was interviewing the co-main character, which was the second in command of the Reich. So he was telling the story in front of on a radio show, obviously in America, not obviously, but in America after the war had concluded. And so you understand the vibe. It's like, he's like, what was it like? And this and that and the other. And the last question the guy answered before they went to commercial break was, what makes the Germans so different from us? And I'm sitting there going, they're not. Just in my, talking to myself. And then the next thing I know, he says, they're not. They're just like us because they're human beings. And they went to commercial break and they were like, yeah, we won't be needing you back. We're not bringing you back for the next segment. And he was like, what? He's like, okay, whatever. But before he left, he was like, you know what? Talking about America like that's unpatriotic. And I was like, I could believe wholeheartedly what he was saying, but at the same time, my mind was blown. It's like, you don't want to hear the truth, which is human beings are a problem. And this is usually how it's expressed, through power or the fear of losing it. And the Germans are no different than what's going on now. It's no different than what went on before then and before then and before then. We keep doing the same things. But the idea that you would dismiss the truth because it made you feel uncomfortable, when it's the powers that be that control media and control what we think and control all the things that make our lives, but they're manipulating us behind it. When those people can curate the truth and vilify you at the same time.
Yep.
I'm talking to y'all, whoever's listening to this, be aware and be self-aware, because these people are trying to hurt you. They are trying to eliminate you. And even if you live in Virginia, you already know we got a vote coming up that you need to vote before the 21st of April, 2026. They out here sending civil rights messaging to get their evil bidding done. And if you're not paying attention, you will vote for your own political demise. If you like what's going on in this country, vote no. If you don't like people messing around with your ability to vote in the state of Virginia, you need to vote yes. And on top of that, the redistricting and the gerrymandering that they want to do is temporary. But it's all being done to balance the scales, so we're all equally represented. That's what's really going on. They are using messaging that usually comes from Black and Brown and Democrat to get their Republican agenda through the pipeline much easier and with less resistance. And they're laughing at you because they think that you're going to vote to help them do it. I'm telling you right now, the chase for power and the fear of losing it is powerful, and they will kill you to keep it. So just be aware. Just be aware, because everybody's got problems and everybody wants to be something they can't be because they think they're better if they are. Everybody wants to be power adjacent if they can't have power. And everybody wants to hate the one group that they think is the least of these because it's fun. None of this stuff is cool. Be self-aware. If you are one of these people that hear what I'm saying and you're like, right on, brother, okay, that's great. But be vigilant. If you like what's going on right now, what I'm saying don't matter to you, and I don't even like you, and I ain't talking to you. So just to let you know, both of the things that I had that are on my mind are connected as far as I'm concerned. I think Japanese people need to be proud of who they are and draw themselves more often. Actually, I think they need to be exclusive with it. Because the anime community, the science fiction community as a whole is racist as they can be. Now, I'm not saying they're more racist than anything else. I'm saying that people think it's a safe space, and it's not for Black people. Because they out here, we're disenfranchised, we're not included, and when we are, we gotta die. So, all the things. Understand what you're dealing with and execute accordingly. And that's what's on my mind.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir. I do want to bring attention to something that was said by KB Echoes. Like, those postcards in VA are diabolical, and they put a Black person in the seat to be the face of the decision to make them.
And that was my whole point. Because if you're not paying, because I wasn't paying attention until I really sat down. I was like, whoa, wait a minute. And then somebody explained to me exactly what, Spanberger's trying to do. And I'm like, you see, y'all ain't right. But I respect the hustle. It was freaking brilliant. It was diabolical work, but it was brilliant. And that's why I'm saying what I'm saying now, because a lot of people would vote no because of the way the messaging makes you feel, because of the images. But the people putting out the postcards are the people that are in the images, trying to get you to promote and execute their agenda without them having to do it. And they're laughing at you. They're laughing at you. They going, these coons and these whoever's and these whoop-de-whoops out here, yeah. We gonna get them because they gonna help us do what we want to do. They're gonna help us kill them. What you want to vote if you don't like what's going on, if you have been gritting your teeth and wanting to kill somebody for the last 14 months because things are being taken away from you systematically, no one's following the Constitution that has the power to affect your life, you need to vote yes. Yes to balancing the scales. Yes to all the things that helps people have a fair chance. You want to vote. If you cool with everything, then vote no. This show ain't for you. And don't be out here trolling people unless you really want to get down. So it's just like, if you like things that are going on, whatever. If you don't, please vote yes. because they're sending messaging out here that is super confusing. Because when you hear certain things and see certain things, you think that, oh, that's an ally. That's an ally message. I'm going to vote for what they want me to vote for. And I was party to it too until one day I had a moment to sit down and hear it, and then I heard it on NPR, and then I was like, read the article, and I'm like, what in the world? Because the first thing they did was make them take it off TV, because I saw it on TV. But Lauren was like, hey, they sending the mailers out still. I said, I hear what you're saying. They just made them take it off TV, but they still sending the mailers out. So be aware. They trying to trick and steal and deceive you in any way they can to help you kill them. Now you go up to a Jewish person and ask them how many Jews helped the Nazis kill Jews. How many of those Jewish people had those red bands on playing sheriff? It can happen. It can happen. Jewish people, as Jewish as they can be, with the red band on their coat, talking about, yeah, you gonna get on that train and we already know what time it is. Because apparently they thought that they were adjacent to power, so they had power. No, they gonna kill you too. But let's not nickname it. They will use good to promote and execute bad. So just be aware, folks. Whatever you want to do, I ain't trying to tell you how to vote. But if such and such and such, then this is what you vote. If you don't like what's going on, you vote yes. If you don't care and everything is cool, or whatever your reasons are, you need to vote no or not vote at all. So again, thank you, KBIACO, because you are exactly right, sir. Diabolical.
Yeah, gotta understand stuff before you go vote. I mean, I'm gonna be real. I've seen the commercials. If I got the mailers, I shred them. I don't even look at them because I just don't. If it's not anything that I need, it gets shredded. I get time. Yeah, my thought always was, that doesn't make sense. My first thought is, why are we doing this? Because don't we have laws in place to not have gerrymandering? But then two is like, okay, what else is in this? I was thinking, there's got to be something else other than this question. That doesn't make sense to me. So, once again, I will be honest and forefront. I need to take a look at it a little bit harder. But yes, by the way it's being explained by you, and KBIACO comes in with the cosign, I know where I need to go. I'm curious as far as how deep they're going. So once I see that, I mean, I have my answers, but I still want to see exactly what's going on one route, because it didn't make sense to me when I saw it on TV, and I was just like, stop them from doing what?
I know. Yeah.
And I was like,
100%.
on April 21st, all right, what I'm not gonna do right now is waste my brain on it until I'm ready to go vote. So let me move that shit to the side and use that brain power for something else. Because I don't even like the commercials. Because I look at them and I was instantly confused. And I was just like, I shouldn't make an answer right now, because this is telling me that I shouldn't vote. I should say no. But clearly, something's not right with that picture. So yeah, so that's how I feel about it. But what's on my mind is very simple. I got three quick things. One, shout out to the Petersburg Crimson Wave boys basketball team, winning a state title yesterday. Yeah, about damn time. And what I liked the most about it was one of the guys that interviewed him, and he was basically saying, this is for, he named off coaches in the past. This is for every coach, because I think we haven't won one since like 74 or something. So this is for every coach since the last time we won. This is for you. And I was like, that's dope. Whoever that person is, whoever that person is, clearly understands his history. I believe it was the McDonald's All-American player that Petersburg has. He knows his history of Petersburg boys basketball. So shout out to that dude. Number 2, shout out to me, because one step is done. As you know, about 6-7 weeks ago, I lost another toe. And of course, you know, they had me on antibiotics. This PICC line comes out tomorrow.
Nice. Congrats.
I'm done with that shit. Thank you. So that was phase 1. Phase 2, the foot's healing up. The hole is now not a hole anymore. It's just flat. That skin needs to grow over top of it. So they got me in this nice fancy boot that completely disrupt my walking abilities. But I haven't fallen yet. Shout out to me. Step 1. Step 2, I'm probably gonna be in this boot for a little bit longer. So it's time to pump some iron, which I got at the house, and I will start that tomorrow. I wanted to give this a day to kind of calm down and stuff. And number 3, first of all, I will start this by saying I am not necessarily a Harry Styles fan. I don't listen to his music, whatever. But I have heard the rumors about, I guess, with the clothes that he wears, he tends to be, I guess, labeled as gay or something. I don't understand it. But his clothing is eclectic. He was on Saturday Night Live last night. Dude's funny. His delivery is funny. He even joked on himself quite a bit. So I can get down with that. And I didn't listen to his music though. No, I take it back. I didn't listen to his second song. I listened to the first song. It was kind of upbeat. That's more my speed. It's okay. The second song was a little slow. I ain't fucking want to listen to it. And I was tired. So I finished recording and went to bed. But nah, man. Harry Styles was alright on the show. Saturday Night Live has become a real focus for me the last couple years because they got a really good cast. Some people are just like, well, they're not as good as the old days. Shut the fuck up. Like,
Thank you for saying that, by the way.
I don't give a damn about the old days. Like, look, you're never going to have another black actor as widely renowned as Eddie Murphy. But did you know he was only on SNL for one season?
Yeah.
Because he went and made fucking money after that. You know? Eddie Murphy Raw. Yeah, that's what he did after he left SNL. I think he did okay with his career. But nah, man. I'm a fan of Weekend Update. Michael Che and Colin Jost are hilarious. And look, when it's all said and done, these writers, this crew they got now, are hilarious. They just are. And the Trump skits are fucking funny. And, you know, you haven't heard Trump bitch about those. Wanna know why? Because they tell the fucking truth. That's the funny part about it. Because if you sit there and if he sits there, he could say, well, I don't really like them. You don't like them because that's your ass. Exactly. You know? Now, Colin Jost playing Secretary of War.
He plays Hegseth?
Hegseth. Fucking hilarious.
I gotta see it now. I didn't know that.
Oh my God, it's so funny. He is over the top so much. It's hilarious. So, with that being said, you know, the hairstyle things, I know people who love hairstyles. For the most part, I mean, the dude's funny. Or at least he had really good comedic delivery. I was fine with that. I hate non-funny actors and musicians. Like, hey man, sometimes you just gotta be funny. You know, just because you're on a comedy show, motherfucker, like a sketch show, fucking be funny. If you can't be funny, don't be on the show. Like, yeah. So, yeah, that's really it, man. I'm excited. Soon, I'll be chiseled 345 pounds. Never stop. Like, I just want to be healthy, man, and I'm ready to get back. Like I think I said it last week. Running is not what I like to do by any means. But the fact that I haven't been able to do it for 2 years, I still don't miss it. But it's just the fact that I can't. So maybe I'll go out there and run a 50-yard dash or a 5-yard dash and make myself feel better, because I'll need oxygen after that. So with that being said, thank everybody for listening today. Of course, we do this every Sunday night, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, until we feel like getting up off the air. And I appreciate y'all hanging out with us. Tell a friend, tell an enemy, just tell somebody about us. Hey, once again, I'm going to repeat myself. 9 p.m. Sunday night, JTD Creations. If you like shirts and anything that you can put a logo on, they got you. Remember, not live people. They do not do tattoos, especially on children. That shit's probably against the law. Don't do that. They won't do that for you, so don't ask. And if you tell them that I told you to ask, I'm going to deny it. So don't do it. Hit them up on their Facebook, JTD Creations. Hey, y'all just have a good week. And once again, we will see you next week. Same bat time, same bat channel. And no, Moco Cowboy, there will not be a 5-minute warning for combine. Not even a punt, pass, kick competition, because I'd lose all that. So why do that to myself? And if I can't win, ain't no point.
Can't nobody win.
Can't nobody else win.
Really? Is that what we're doing? If you can't win, can't nobody win?
Damn straight.
Come on, man.
Hey, man, it's what it is, bro.
Doesn't have to be.
You're right. It doesn't have to be.
But it is, right?
But it is. So, once again, everybody, appreciate you. Thank you for listening to us either live or on the podcast. Check us out. You missed an episode, we're there. 5minutewarning.com. Hey, we will see y'all next week, Eastern Standard Time. And as always, peace, love, hair grease, soul, and deuces.
Email us at 5minutewarning19@gmail.com. And also leave comments on Facebook and Twitch. Search 5 Minute Warning. Contact us on Twitter at AG_FMW podcast, at Newsman25, at FMW 2019. Contact us on Instagram, Moby 5 Minute Warning, AG_5 Minute Warning, Newsman25. You can listen to the podcast at Apple Podcast, Spotify, or wherever you get your podcast. Thank you for listening. This has been another episode of
The 5 Minute Warning.
A MAGA-aligned group is using civil rights movement imagery and Jim Crow references to trick Black people into voting for conservative policies. You just can't make this stuff up. An organization deceptively called Democracy and Justice PAC has been sending mailers like this to Black voters in Virginia. And at first glance, you think that voting no is progressive because the mailers say, just like Jim Crow, they want to silence your voice, and our ancestors fought to represent us. Now Richmond politicians are trying to take our districts away. Except a vote no is not progressive at all. For context, there is a special election in Virginia between now and April 21st. People are voting yes or no on whether to temporarily redraw congressional maps to counteract racist gerrymandering in places like Texas and Florida. Because as we know, Trump literally gave his base marching orders to steal seats ahead of midterms. A vote yes counteracts Republican cheating. A vote no enables it. The NAACP and Virginians for Fair Elections have condemned these mailers for confusing voters and manufacturing fear. I'm not here to tell you how to vote, but I do think you should be aware that we're going to see more sinister tactics like this as midterms approach. And it's more important than ever that we develop a critical eye for this kind of manipulation.
If you mail something on time, but it suddenly doesn't count anymore, this video is for you. Let me tell y'all about something real quick that happened on Christmas Eve. And the fact that it happened on Christmas Eve tells you everything you need to know. You know how the Trump administration loves to do things when you're distracted, right? So on Christmas Eve, the Postal Service quietly changed how postmarks work. So it used to be the day you mailed something, it got stamped with a postmark. Simple, logical, fair, right? Not anymore. Now your mail doesn't get postmarked until it reaches a regional processing plant. Not when you drop it off, not when the clerk takes it, when it enters their system. And frankly, that matters a lot because postmarks aren't just cute little stamps. They decide whether your ballot counts, whether your taxes are on time, whether your legal documents are valid. So now if you want a real mailing date, like a postmark on it, you have to ask for a manual postmark to be applied when you're at the post office. They will not do it automatically. This is like showing up at the airport on time, but they don't check you in until the plane lands, and then they tell you you're late. Now let's connect the dots. Republicans have spent decades making voting harder. And remember, Trump never liked mail-in voting anyway. So they didn't get rid of it. They just changed the rules. They didn't even lock the door. They just changed which key works. That means you can do everything right. Go to the post office, mail your ballot on time, and still have your vote questioned because it didn't have the right stamp on it at the right time. That's not accidental, y'all. That's by design. Are you tired of winning yet? Because a country that keeps finding creative ways not to count your vote doesn't care about you. It cares about your labor, your taxes, and your silence. And if the government is playing a shell game with postmarks today, just know something. They're warming up for something bigger tomorrow.
When it comes to white men, white women will put up with the misogyny because they enjoy the racism. When it comes to white men, white women will put up with the sexism because they enjoy the racism. Let me take a step back. The women's Olympic hockey team was upset because they heard the men's hockey team laughing at a comment that they felt like was degrading towards them that came from the President of the United States. This comment came after the women spent a ton of time supporting the men. They've been expressing on Twitter and other social media apps their feeling of betrayal. Like, yo, we supported y'all. Why are you laughing at us? Now, I want to be clear. I don't know these men on this team. I don't know what they think about the world or race or sex or gender. I don't know the women either. But what I do know is statistics. I know that statistically speaking, the NHL has the most conservative player base out of all of the other major sports leagues, the NBA, the NFL. And I also know that we just cannot seem to find a way to get white women in America to vote against the clearly more sexist candidate time and time and time again. All the other women are overwhelmingly on board. In 2024, 92% of black women voted against Trump, 63% of Latino women voted against Trump, 68% of AAPI women voted against Trump. It was only white women who broke rank, with 53% of them voting for Trump. When it comes to white men, white women will put up with the misogyny because they enjoy the racism. Ask any black woman who's worked in a corporate space. Her and another white woman can collectively hate their male white boss, but when push comes to shove, she gonna choose that man. If you have it twisted, let me untangle it for you. Before they are women, they're white. Which is crazy because white women literally be voting against their own interests. White women voted away affirmative action. Do you understand? Do you understand how insane that is? There is no group in America that benefited more from affirmative action than white women. Not one. Affirmative action was originally created to address race-based discrimination in the workplace, so black men and women were getting access to it. But then we realized, women in general actually get this discrimination, so we added in all women. But think about what I just said. Black women were already included. So effectively, all we did was add in white women to the spoils of affirmative action. By the mid-1990s, 7 million white women were working affirmative action jobs. And wouldn't you know it, the white women who were working those affirmative action jobs were making more than their similarly educated black male and female counterparts. Affirmative action ain't worked that good for nobody. And once they received the spoils of it, once they got in those corporate spaces, they became the biggest opponents to affirmative action. White women will put up with the misogyny because they enjoy the racism. Does that make sense? When it comes to white